It begins with a knock at the door. The hum of the world around you, relentless and uninvited, calls you to attend to another task. It might be a delivery, a new appliance, or a forgotten package, or simply the weight of life's ceaseless demands. The list grows longer, and the breath shorter. The desire to pause, to step out of the current and catch a fleeting moment of peace, feels increasingly distant. But it is here, in this swirling tempest of duties and distractions, that the greatest truth may be found. Peace does not exist in the absence of chaos, but in the ability to weave harmony through it. Perhaps this past year has found you in survival mode. Days blur like a rushing river, each one indistinguishable from the last, each action tethered to the urgent need to just get by. You've patched the leaks in the roof, fended off challenges to your security, and watched your dreams of writing, creating, and breathing freely gather dust in the corners of your mind. Each day, the call to move forward may have felt like an impossible task. But what if survival, even in its messiness, is not failure? What if it carries the seeds of something more profound, something more beautiful, though not yet fully realized? At the core of our struggles lies the quiet, often unspoken question: am I doing enough? Enough for my family, my career, my dreams? Enough for myself? The pull of this question grows heavy when life's demands feel infinite and the hours in a day feel cruelly finite. And yet the idea of enough is not a singular destination. It is not a finish line, but a whisper, a reminder that even small acts, like the quiet moment of writing or the single mindful breath, have significance. These seemingly inconsequential gestures carry more power than we often give them credit for. It is in this space between what we dream and what we live, that the possibility of rebuilding becomes clear. To reframe the story, to shift from mere survival to creation, we must return to the basics. Small, deliberate acts of integrity, creativity, and connection are the roots that anchor us when everything else feels uncertain. A new appliance, a repaired roof, these are not just functional acts, but symbolic ones, reminding us that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. The temptation to overhaul everything at once often leads to paralysis. But the quiet wisdom of life suggests a gentler path. Change does not come from grand gestures, but from the smallest, consistent steps. What if today's goal was not to write an entire novel, but simply to set the timer for 4 minutes and begin? What if the gym didn't require an hour, but instead called for 5 mindful minutes of stretching. In the gentleness of these small actions, momentum gathers strength, like the growth of a garden, leaf by leaf, day by day. This is the essence of the journey you are about to begin. You will learn that transformation is not about conquering time, but about aligning with it. It is not about rushing or forcing, but about trusting the pace at which life unfolds. Between the endings of one year and the beginnings of another, there lies a sacred space, a moment to reflect, recalibrate, and reconsider what truly matters. What will you carry forward? What must you release? What will you carry forward? What must you release? This is your invitation to begin anew, to acknowledge that survival was not failure, but proof of resilience. To recognize that in taking care of the small things, we are shaping the larger whole. There will always be knocks at the door, always interruptions. But within this symphony of chaos, there is a steady, quiet voice. The voice that reminds you, you are still here, still moving, still capable of finding beauty amidst the noise. And so, as you step into this new week, remember this. You do not have to do it all at once. You may listen to the 7 chapters of this book, Book 1, in one day, or space them out across a week. Either way, we encourage you to schedule these transformative moments into your calendar. If you choose one day, consider spacing them from morning to night, with a restful NSDR somewhere midday. Or if you prefer a week-long rhythm, try starting on Sunday and moving through to Saturday, with your NSDR session nestled in the middle of the week on Wednesday.